Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about the custom URL filtering. It means that how you can block an specific individual URL or you can allow individual specific URL, not the complete category of that website. So let's go ahead. So before we go ahead, I will just quickly show you the lab. That's how I have it. So my lab is something like this. Like you can see that one server at the bottom. I will say this one. So that's where I will do all the testings. I open it via the browser and access the things. And here you can see that I cross the firewall like this. So all the allow and block actions will be done on this firewall. That's VM series. And then we go to the internet. If you might have seen my other video that in that section, I discussed about that how you can block the complete URL category in the firewall, basically the Palo Alto firewalls. So now complete category means that whenever you block, let's say the news category, all the websites of the type of news are blocked. If you block adult or you block the any of the this type of category like social networking, so all of the category are blocked, not the individual website. So sometimes it's very good. You don't have to go and search out that what are the different type of adult websites are available and then you have to block one by one. It's very hard for that. Or you don't want to block the all social networking websites. You don't have to find out, okay, list, give me the list of the social networking websites, and then you block one by one. Rather than the category is best that you can block the complete category, all social networking or all dating or all the social uh, streaming platform, for example, YouTube or any other streaming videos platforms will be blocked from the category base. So that is best. But sometimes it is required that you don't want to block the complete category, but you want to exempt some of them. Okay. So for that purpose, there is an option here that is known as the custom URL category. So there's a custom objects here. You can see here custom objects, and there is a URL category. So in the last session that you see the current profile that I have created, that is the URL filtering. Okay. So under this custom URL profile, there's two categories. Those are blocked, which are the news and the social networking. Now I'm not happy, or the organization is not happy that you have blocked the linkedin.com, because LinkedIn is a professional website and some of the persons use it because of the LinkedIn learning or some other feature of the LinkedIn. But basically this is categorized as social networking, and you have blocked it based on the requirement because you don't want that your mates or the persons in the offices they use the Insta or Facebook or other social networking websites, but we want to allow the linkedin.com. So for that purpose, this custom URL category comes into the picture. So for that purpose, how we can do, we can create the my own custom URL category, and then we write like this: custom allow list. Okay. And now you can keep on adding the websites here. So for example, I add linkedin.com. Okay. So usually, right, if I show you here, the linkedin.com is blocked. Custom allow list, URL list. Okay, that's fine. Click OK. So right now, if I show you the linkedin.com is blocked, you can see if I refresh it here, this linkedin.com is blocked because of the right now, because we have blocked the complete social networking websites. Now, if I create a profile here, basically I have created the custom URL category, but I have to create one more policy to allow this. So right now there's a policy here, internet access L3 trust, which blocks all this traffic. But now I want to like create a policy for the custom allow list. Okay. So custom allow list, I will take any zone, or I can select the zones. Let me check. So for example, if I want to use it here as an L3 trust, I can use L3 trust. Source address, obviously, I will take any. Destination, I will take the L3 untrust. I'm replicating similar to the other one. Okay. And the application, I will take any, and here the pictures comes the URL category here, right? So in the URL category, I will select the URL category that we just created here, custom allow list. Okay, select that custom allow list, and action, obviously you have to put it as an allow because this is allow category, and then click OK. And that policy must be above my internet access because this is going to block the linkedin.com. So I want allow list to be above it. That's why it will work, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so now only thing we have to do, that is commit. You have to wait for a few seconds or a minute, and then we will see the magic that my LinkedIn is working. 70% is progressing at good pace. I'm positive that it will be finished very soon. Go, go, go. You're also excited. I know it. Okay, so the configuration committed successfully. You can see it here. And now if I go and check the linkedin.com here, it should work. No, all right, not a problem. I will open in the new incognito tab. So sometimes it doesn't work like this. Okay, so LinkedIn here, and here we go. Now we are able to open the linkedin.com. So now if I open the cnn.com, okay, that doesn't work. You see, it doesn't work. Why? Because the news category is blocked. Now I don't have to go and create a new policy there. Rather than, I will simply go into the custom object, where's this custom objects under the URL category, and we have already created an allow list. You just have to add that cnn.com here. No need to create a new policy. cnn.com, click OK and commit. So you might be thinking that why I'm opening sometimes in the incognito, because the sessions remain for some time. Okay, so maybe like next day user comes up, obviously it will work as it is. It's not the thing that you are changing these every 1 minute or every 2 hours. This is like one time you do it, forever it is the same there. So no need to, like, it doesn't happen that okay, the person has to open like your policy will only work in the incognito, not in the normal browser. It will work in the normal browser. Okay, because I have recently tested it, and it was working into the normal browser. So it's the page stores in the cache. So that's why I try in the incognito to show you the real thing. Perfect. So it is working. And now if I go here on the next page, you see that if I refresh it, it may not work. Okay. So if I go the incognito, oh, doesn't work. I have added the correct way. I will just recheck it. cnn.com, it is commit is also done. Let me check if it is getting blocked under the news category. LinkedIn, refresh. It doesn't look like that. Ah, okay. One more thing. So let's say here you are seeing that is the cnn.com, right? Okay. And if I click it here, you see that it comes as like www.cnn.com. Magic. So now you have to be careful that you have to add the complete URL, not like including the www, not only .cnn.com. Okay. So that's the problem here. I have to add the complete one under the allow list. So you can keep remaining that cnn.com, doesn't problem. If you want to modify the other one, that is fine. But you can add both for better visibility. For example, tomorrow cnn.com is using only cnn.com, not using the www, then also it will work. And you do not have to include the HTTPS. You might be seeing that I'm not including the HTTPS. That's by default. Okay. But www is an important one. Though this www is like old ways of working, but still some of the websites are following and we have to adhere that. Okay, I'm waiting eagerly to get it committed. 70%. Wow. 98. Oh, wow. It's going in a good pace. The 9. And here we go for 100. Oh, yes. So configuration committed successfully. You see it here, the message, and in the fractions of seconds, it will, okay, yeah, here it is. And now I will check once again, cnn.com. Here we go. cnn.com is working now. So that's how you can allow any of the websites individually. Okay. So this is like you do not have to allow the complete category. Like this, some people also call it as like override. Okay. That you are creating the override. The way I have created here the allow list, you can also create a custom block list. Okay. Like you can add here action like add, and you can mention as a custom deny list, and you have to create a policy under the policies section, and you can say the blocked URLs or the custom block list and add that block list here. So the way it is working for the allow list, same way it will work for the block list. You can add any of the website you want to block it. So for example, you get a requirement that okay, a lot of the phishing emails are coming from there, or this is a very like hacking website or the malware type of websites that you wanted to block it, that you can add under the block list of that instantly rather than the depending on the custom URL category. So you are usually the firewall works with the AI and machine learnings, and instantly they block or categorize the traffic to the phishing category, right? So here you see the URL filtering. There are different categories there. So under this, they will categorize that bad websites under that category. But sometimes it may get delayed, like 1 or 2 days or 3 days, and you detect it early. So you can record that to the Palo Alto, and the same time you will instantly add that website in your block list. So what will happen that it will like block instantly. All right, so I'll stop here. If you have any questions, write me in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you out. And I also run some of the free classes on the Palo Alto as well as the FortiGate firewalls. I will give you the link in the description. You can enroll for those free as well as the paid courses. So whatever you want, you can go for them based on the. All right, so feel free to ask any question if you have, and see you in the next video. Till that, bye bye.